great to be with you today. Today I'm going to talk about a topic that I sort of feel passionate about. In fact, you might think I'm on a soapbox before we finished, but hopefully there'll be some good take-home information that you can use. We're experiencing the change of seasons, and here in the Metroplex, you're going to find that leaves are going to start falling, and they will continue falling all the way until March, till the live oaks do their thing. And one of the things that I see driving around and looking at our parks and looking at our beautiful city is an incredible number of bags of leaves that somehow or another make it to the curb. This is not a problem unique to Farmers Branch. In fact, the EPA estimates that about 13% of the total landfill is used by yard waste. And the leaves alone could be giving so much back to your landscape. What do I mean by that? First off, please use a mower with a bag to pick up your leaves. I see a lot of people out there raking the leaves, feeling totally exhausted by the end of the day. I can see in their expressions on their face that it's a chore. If you'll just get out your mower and with a bag or without a bag and mow the leaves, for the most part, that is going to take care of your leaf issue without it ever going to the landfill. Now at my home and in our parks and gardens, I get a little bit, I like things a little tidier. So we will pick up the leaves using the mower, mulching them into that bag, and then we take those leaves and we spread them in our flower beds, on our garden plots, and we use them as compost. We use them as mulch. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything but a little bit of labor to get them all picked up. And if you'll mow often enough, you'll find that you really probably don't have to pick up very much at all, because you will get them in such small sizes that they will in essence decompose over the winter and feed your lawn. In addition to feeding your lawn, using them as mulch in your flower beds, it also provides a place for some of our beneficial insects to overwinter. Lightning bugs love the leaf litter. As it breaks down, it's going to feed your plants. As it's all puffed up, it's going to insulate your plants. It's going to moderate those soil temperatures and give back to your garden in a huge way. It's really important though that you do mulch them. If you just take the flat leaves, like especially a sycamore or a red oak, you'll find what happens is that they just mat. They layer on top of each other and they make it so the water can't penetrate. But if you mow them, then through all those little pieces, it won't mat up and the water can percolate down. The other thing is it also lets air go down. I would not recommend leaving all your leaves on top of your lawn unmowed, but if you will mow them, either pick them up because you like to have a really clean lawn, or leave them there and let them decompose over the winter, you will be doing so many good things for your own landscape. Plus you'll be doing a huge good service to our landfill by keeping all of this stuff out of the landfill. You won't be using all those plastic bags that aren't going to decompose. It's just all around a really good thing to do. So I highly encourage you throughout this season, as the leaves start falling all the way to when the live oaks fall, is if you will mow them, either leave them in place, don't let them get too thick, or mow them and put them into your flower beds. You can just take that bag that you caught them up in and sprinkle it around in the beds, and the earthworms will love you and your plants will respond very positively come the spring. So that's one thing you can do to keep Farmers Branch beautiful. Another thing is that we have been partnering with the organization called Keep Farmers Branch Beautiful quite a few times this year. As you may remember, we put in the Monarch Way Station here in the Rose Garden. This past couple of months, we've had a couple of projects. One was that we worked with a group from Newman Smith out at the community garden, and they came out and helped us rework some beds that were in some bad need of repair. They had a great time harvesting. I think some of them for the very first time tasted some raw okra. They learned where asparagus came from. All kinds of things that they got to see firsthand and participate in. And maybe even the better benefit is that we harvested produce and we took it over to MetroCrest, to our local food bank. Another project that they were involved in was helping to clean up the John Burke Nature Preserve. It's a wonderful piece of property, about 104 acres on the west side of town. And we're underneath where the George Bush comes in to 635. And for some reason, it seems to be a huge magnet for trash coming off of the highway there. And this group of kids went out there and did a phenomenal job of picking up trash. I believe we had 2 trailerfuls of trash that they were able to remove from the nature preserve. Our next project is coming up in November, and we will be putting in we're going to call it a grow zone. We're going to create a space along Rawhide Creek near the library where we can go in and we can plant and restore a riparian area next to the creek. It'll prove as a demonstration area for other creek property owners in the city to help stabilize banks. Plants are a beautiful natural way to do that, so we will be incorporating some wildflowers, some native grasses, some trees, different plant materials so that you can see it doesn't have to be all wild and woolly to do the job next to the creek. It, in fact, can be a quite attractive landscape. So if you're interested in learning more about those projects, contact Keep Farmers Branch Beautiful, and they're always looking for amazing volunteers. That's really what I have to share with you today. Please, let's reduce the number of bags of leaves that we put out on the curbside to be taken to the landfill. Let's take that free fertilizer, free mulch, and put it back into our own landscapes. Hope you're having an amazing day, and we'll see you in the garden. Thank you.